On a general note, a lot of the things that go wrong when people try to bend ambitiously happen not because of any lack of finger strength. They happen because the finger is at the wrong angle and you're not allowing it to function at its maximum potential. So if you're bending down like that and your finger is kind of flat along with the plane of the strings, the string wants to slip away from under your fingertip. So instead of trying that, if you arch your finger a little bit more, so it feels like you're kind of hooking it, and then you can bend a lot faster and with more confidence, knowing that you're not going to get that, which is the bane of every string bender's life when they start out exploring this stuff. Just to round off that thought, if you're bending up towards the ceiling, kind of the opposite applies. Rather than hooking your finger like that, you want the bones of your finger as much as possible to be underneath the string. And that kind of minimizes the chance that that will happen. Nobody likes to hear that. So again, I'll try and tilt my guitar in an inconvenient and awkward fashion. It kind of looks like that. So you can see that the average line of all the bones in my finger is pretty much parallel to the fret. It's underneath the string, pushing it up. So I like to think bending is about division of labor, where the job of your fingertip is just to remain connected to the string and to kind of engulf the string slightly so it can't slip away. And then your fingertip has enough to worry about. And then a lot of the bending stuff, a lot of what you might perceive as the strength of your bend actually comes from your forearm and your wrist. So the job of your finger is just to be at the optimum angle to allow your forearm and your wrist to do what comes naturally to them. Definitely the hardest note for any of these frets where I'm doing that basic trick is the halfway point on the way back down, because your fingers instinctively just want to release the bend completely. And what you have to do, even though what you're hearing is the note steadily coming down in pitch and stopping at this halfway point, what you have to tell your hand is you're still bending up. You still have to apply some resistance to the string. And really, the trick is your wrist. Your wrist kind of tilts when you do these bends, so it's like that. Your wrist will stop at a predetermined point halfway during the bend. If I do this, maybe you'll see it better. I hope so. I'm going to stop sitting like this now because it's uncomfortable and demeaning. Right, back to a more dignified posture. That's something for you to explore. Always test how well you know this stuff and how confident you are that you're going to hit the right pitch. This is the trick. You can use your pick or finger. To conceal the part of the string's journey where it's actually being bent. So in other words, my fretting hand is doing this. But what I want the listener to hear is just the melody and none of the in-between stuff that's connecting the notes. So I can use the pick to keep the string quiet while I bend up to where I think the next pitch is. And then keep it quiet again while I bend it up some more. Like that. So I think you could keep yourself busy for quite some time just picking different modes of the major scale in different keys and exploring how you can apply that kind of step to bend idea. And I leave you with this chilling thought. You can apply something similar to the chromatic scale, which of course is the one with every note in it. Chromatic scale. You gotta love it. So for that one, you might start just exploring just one fret, and then 2 frets, or 3 frets, or 4 frets, or surely this madness has to end soon. I'll stop there. I'll quit while I'm ahead. But you get the idea. That one's a really good test for your ear. It's not the most common approach, or not the most common application for string bending, but I think it has a certain validity. Maybe you'll find a use for it. Maybe it's... just have some fun.